season, but this is an offense predicated on the running game with an emphasis on big backs. But they're going to have to get it done today without future Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas, who's out with a strain to his calf.
Thurman Thomas, now a third down back. Antoine Smith is the starter, only his 7th missed game in his 11-year career. Bruce Smith not in the lineup as well. He has a knee injury. It was a game-time decision, so the Bills will be without their future Hall of Famer. Bills won the toss. They have elected to receive the football. John Carney kicking off, and back deep for Buffalo, Eric Moulds and Kevin Williams. A season opener in San Diego, and we're underway. Williams from the 3. Kevin Williams up to the 25-yard line where he goes down. Special teams tackle made by Terrell Fletcher. On the field, Rob Johnson, last 3 years in Jacksonville as a backup to Mark Brunell, and his lineup in front of him: John Fina, Reuben Brown, 2 straight Pro Bowls, Ziegler, Panos, and Ostrowski. And the backs in receivers: Andre Reed, one of the best of all time; Eric Moulds, his first year as a starter at wideout. First down and 10 from the 24-yard line for Rob Johnson and the Bills. Out of the I formation, Sam Gash, the up back. Play action on first down, and it's Gash out of the backfield, fumbles, and they turn it over. Well, they say he did not have possession of the football. Dwayne Harper there to make the hit. And Sam Gash let that one go quickly.
This is a good safe play to the fullback out of the backfield. Something to get under your belt early in the game. Did not have both feet down with possession, and that's why there was no turnover on that play.
Lou Bush standing right on the play. Brings up second down and 10 from the 24 for Rob Johnson and the Bills. Antoine Smith, the lone setback. Andre Reed in motion. Short drop. Reed out of the backfield, and he makes the catch at the 31-yard line. Dwayne Harper ushers him out of bounds. Defensively for the Chargers, last in the NFL in sacks last year with 27. William Fuller, Marco Coleman, they need more from them. Norman Hand and John Perella, they are the tackles. Kurt Govea only played 9 games a season ago because of a neck injury. He's there with Junior Seau and the secondary. Shaw, Harper, corners, Harrison, and Dumas are the safeties. Third down and 2, they pitch it. Antoine Smith with the blocker in front of him, and Smith dragged down from behind. Rodney Harrison, the strong safety, came up and made the play. He's in his 5th year out of Western Illinois.
Rodney Harrison showed great awareness. He knew that they brought the 4 wideouts in to spread the defense, took a gamble, read the run immediately, and got clear into the backfield. He's known as an aggressive safety, and that's one of the things that the San Diego Chargers love about him.
So on the punt, Chris Moore for Buffalo. He's standing at his 16-yard line. Laterio Rashall back deep for the Chargers. High wobbly kick. Rashall from the 28 over the 35 up to the 37-yard line, where he's tackled by Derek Holmes. 43-yard punt, 7-yard return. Ryan Leaf, the starting quarterback for the Chargers. 2nd overall pick in the '98 draft behind Peyton Manning. And for Leaf, in front of him, a revamped offensive line. The left side all new. Jackson, Taylor, and Fortin, along with the veterans, Riley McKenzie and Vaughn Parker. Backs and receivers, Freddie Jones, 15 catches during the preseason. He led all receivers for San Diego, a favorite of Ryan Leaf's. On first down, fumbled snap. Ball on the carpet, and it's picked up by San Diego. So already some jitters on the part of both teams.
When we spoke to head coach Kevin Gilbride, he was worried that when Ryan Leaf got in there, he was wondering where his first pass was going to go. He was going to be excited. He was going to be exuberant. Actually, he was too excited even to get the snap from the center. You know that this is a big moment for this kid, and he wants to go out and play well. He might just be pressing here early.
So Ryan Leaf signed the big contract, $11 million signing bonus. They gave up a lot for him. Faced with 2nd down and 13 as he lost 3 yards in the last play. Setting up the screen, and nobody home. Now defensively for Buffalo, Bruce Smith out of the lineup. He's replaced by Marcellus Wiley in his second year out of Columbia, Moran, Ted Washington, Pro Bowler last year, and Phil Hansen. And the linebackers, John Holasek replaces Chris Spielman, Gabe Northern, Sam Rogers replaces Bryce Pop, who's in Jacksonville. And in the secondary, Smith, Irvin on the corners, Henry Jones, Kurt Schultz, the safeties. Your friend and former teammate Bruce Smith, the knee giving him problems. He did not participate during the preseason, and he's out.
San Diego, first charge, team timeout.
So Bruce Smith, a timeout on the field by Ryan Leaf. No Bruce Smith to worry about. Back to San Diego in a moment. And welcome back to Qualcomm Stadium here in San Diego. No score, first quarter of play. Gus Johnson and Steve Tasker with you. Ryan Leaf and the Chargers faced with 3rd down and 13 from their own 34-yard line, their first drive of the game. Terrell Fletcher in the backfield with Leaf out of the shotgun. Leaf screen over the middle, Freddie Jones. And Jones goes down at the 39-yard line there to make the tackle. Gabe Northern, a 5-yard pickup. And San Diego forced to send it away. So Darren Bennett, who set a team record in '97 with 89 punts. Now that's not a positive record. Punted a lot last year. His first punt, wobbly. Kevin Williams gets away from it and allows it to trickle inside the 15-yard line. Flags are on the play.
13-yard line, and there is a penalty flag on the field.
And that punt, it's one of the things that a punt returner would really like to do is handle every kick that's possible. Sometimes when you get a wobbly kick like that, it moves funny, and also you have to run up on it. And it's going to be against the Chargers. But whenever you let the ball hit as a kick returner, it's a costly mistake for your football team. It's an average of 16 yards, which is a 1st down and a half for an offense that they have to get that otherwise they wouldn't have had to just by catching the football. And that's why punters, the punter's best friend is the bounce. And if they can get it, they love it. They love to have the ball hit the ground because everything's up for grabs then, because the cover men and the people in front of him.
Sportsmanlike conduct of the kicking team, number 85, was out of bounds and failed to make an attempt to come back inbounds. 15 yards from the previous spot. Repeat 4th down.
When the ball's bouncing around back there, the returners, everybody doesn't know where it is. They have and anything can happen because it's a live ball, and that is a rule. The penalty on Latario Rashall is because he came out of bounds. He was pushed out of bounds or ran out of bounds. He must make an attempt to get back in. Watch the lower left of your screen here, and you'll see him down at the bottom as the 2 defenders attempt to double team to keep him from covering. You see him run out of bounds. He must make an attempt to get back in bounds, and also the Buffalo Bills players cannot make contact with him once he's out of bounds. So you see the coverage man does want to stretch that out of bounds as much as he can and use it, and that time he got caught.
So Darren Bennett now standing at the 9-yard line. And he gets off a beauty. High spiraling bomb sends Williams back to the 10. Williams trying to find a hole, and he gets over the 15 up to the 17-yard line, where he's tackled by David Benn, who made first contact. 65-yard punt and an 8-yard return. So Rob Johnson and company will get another shot at it. Ryan Leaf on the bench.
Woo! I actually got in.
Welcome back to Qualcomm Stadium. 1st down and 10 for Buffalo from their own 19. Antoine Smith over the left side, ducks his head down and gets to the 20-yard line, maybe a yard. Junior Seau in on the play. And the coaches for this game, Wade Phillips on the left and Kevin Gilbride on the right. Wade Phillips in his first year replacing Marv Levy, and Gilbride in his second year. A little bit of pressure on both of these guys.
Both these guys have said they're not real. They don't know. There's so many question marks on both teams. They want to see them line up and play. Then they'll make their their determinations, but they both feel they're going in the right direction. They just don't know how far along they are.
A 1-yard pickup for Smith on the last play. 2nd down and 9 from the 20. Johnson audibling at the line of scrimmage. Johnson far side, and it's gone. Quinn Early with the catch. He's a 3rd receiver. Knocked out of bounds by Terrence Shaw. But Early picks up a 1st down. Gain of 10 yards. Quinn Early, 11th year out of Iowa, originally drafted by San Diego in the 3rd round in 1988. He lives here in San Diego. Big catch for him there. 1st down from the 30-yard line. 3 receivers in for the Bills. Inside handoff. Smith got a hole over the 35 up to the 37-yard line. Dwayne Harper with first contact.
One of the things of the Buffalo Bills strategy is to get a running game going. This time they have 3 wide receivers in the offense rather than to fullback. And you see Antoine Smith running between the tackles. This is what they want to do. They'll find different personnel combinations regardless of who it is. They're going to try their run game in all kinds of personnel combinations. And right there it worked with 3 wides.
A power running game for Buffalo this year under Joe Pendry, their new offensive coordinator. Smith gained 7. They hand it off to him again, and this time not a lot of room, but he'll get close to the 1st down marker, which is the 40-yard line.
Both these teams relying on a running game to take the pressure off a new quarterback. Antoine Smith last year emerged as a great 1st-round pick for the Buffalo Bills. He's a big, strong back, and that's the kind of back you like to have in the National Football League because they take so much punishment, and this Charger defense really flies to the football.
6'2", 224, 23rd overall selection out of the University of Houston. 1st down from the 41. Play action. Johnson under pressure. He's got good wheels and a lot of room. Rob Johnson to the 40. Rob Johnson inside the 30-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. A 32-yard gain. But this may be coming back.
The flag was thrown in the backfield just before Rob Johnson broke contain.
Holding. 61 offense. 10 yards. Repeat 1st down.
And if you watch this game long enough, you'll see that when it comes at that time, you know what it is. And watch the center screen, the man that Rob Johnson takes the football from, number 61, Leslie Ziegler. You see there, pulling the jersey away from, and there it is. You see it from John Perella there. Actually, that's Norman Hand. And that always is seen. It's so wide open out there, especially in the sunshine in San Diego. You don't hide holding on a play when the quarterback breaks contain.
So instead of a 32-yard gain, 1st down and a long 20 for Johnson. This is Smith, and Smith wrapped up Gerald Dixon, free agent signee from Cincinnati, who had 8 sacks last year, a career high playing for the Bengals, with the stop. So Antoine Smith so far 5 carries, 14 yards. 3rd leading rookie rusher a season ago. Corey Dillon, the number 1 rusher for rookies last year with Cincinnati. 2nd down, 17. Jay Remersmaw, the tight end, in motion. And a whistle. How nervous are these guys out there today? 1st game.
Oh, it's a home opener too, and which is really huge.
Prior to the snap, false start. 61 offense, 5 yards. Repeat 2nd down.
CBS Sports coverage of the U.S. Open, the world's toughest tennis event, continues tomorrow, Labor Day, beginning at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's the U.S. Open tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Featured matches include number 1 ranked Pete Sampras and Marat Safin. And Andre Agassi takes on Carl Kuchera. 2nd down, 22 from the 29. Smith out of the backfield, and he is written out of bounds. Gerald Dixon again.
Gerald Dixon read this from the word go. He's watch 51, Gerald Dixon, as he watches, his key is watch Antoine Smith. When he sees Antoine shuffle out, he knows he's getting the football on a screen. The offensive linemen have no chance to run interference. That was read before it started. A great play by Gerald Dixon.
So the San Diego defense looked really strong so far. Kurt Govea back in the lineup for them after missing 9 games with the injured neck. 3rd down, 26. Slant pattern. Andre Reed with the catch at the 37-yard line. He's slung down by Charles Demery. Not enough for a first down.
3rd down and 26 is one of the reasons the Bills led the league, or were worst in the league in 3rd down conversions a year ago. They've 3rd down and 26. You look at the guys in the huddle, it's like, have you got any ideas? And no, I don't have any. It's very, you don't convert 3rd and 26.
So Chris Moore standing at the 24-yard line. Laterio Rashall at his own 20. High wobbly kick. Fair catch signal by Rashall at the 24, and that's where the Chargers will begin. 38-yard punt for Moore. 6 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. No score from San Diego. Welcome back to San Diego. No score, 6:25 to go. Ryan Leaf, he's the franchise 2nd overall pick, and here's how they got him. They gave up a lot. A 1st-round pick, 3rd overall, all to Arizona, 2nd-round pick. Basically 2 1st-round picks, 2 2nd-round picks. Eric Metcalf and Patrick Sapp all going to the Cardinals. 1st down and 10 for Leaf and the Chargers at the 25. Natron Means running the football. Means over the 25 up to the 26-yard line. And Natron Means spent 2 years in Jacksonville. Prior to that, he was the man here in San Diego.
San Diego was excited to get him back. He's more of a visual symbol of what this team was like just a few years ago. Back in his old number 20 uniform, he was the guy that carried them to the Super Bowl, and he's the guy that comes back and is a symbol of what they can accomplish and what their hopes attain, and he's there to take the pressure off a young quarterback.
In '94, he rushed for a franchise record 1,300 yards. Gained 1 there. 2nd down and 9 from the 26. Draw play. Natron breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Airs a power running that they like from Natron Means. Gets up to the 31-yard line. Kurt Schultz with the tackle, but a flag on the play. Ron Blum is your referee.
63 offense, 10 yards, repeat 2nd down.
That's Raleigh McKenzie, the right guard, 14th year out of Tennessee.
As you'll see here, Raleigh McKenzie working against Sean Moran as he comes in, and you'll see as the back makes the break away, the defensive lineman, as they spin around, if you ever see a defensive lineman spin without having any force, you know that the offensive lineman has got a handful of jersey, and that's the reason for the penalty.
That makes it 2nd down and 19 from the 16. Ryan Leaf out of the gun. 3 receiver package in for San Diego. Leaf over the middle, and he threw a missile that's caught at the 30-yard line. And Brian Still, a 16-yard grab.
The pass complete to number 80, Brian Still.
Brian Still and Charlie Jones are out on their left side there. Brian Leaf dropping back out of the shotgun, standing in the pocket. This is what he's so good at, so patient, so mature. He knows that his arm can get him out of a lot of trouble finding the open man there in Brian Still. They brought everybody in to protect Ryan Leaf all up front.
So they picked up 16, 3rd down and 3 from the 32. Terrell Fletcher in the backfield. Leaf over the middle. Freddie Jones, a tight end with the catch. He gets up to the 43. Kurt Schultz there to trip him up. But that's the guy Leaf loves going to. Freddie Jones, 2nd year out of North Carolina. He gained 10.
Loved him in the preseason. Freddie Jones is really emerging as a favorite target of Ryan Leaf, and so many quarterbacks love those guys because of 2 things. They're a huge target, and they never go very far down the field. It's a short throw, it's easy to make, and it gives a quarterback a lot of confidence.
Freddie Jones last year, 41 catches, most receptions by a tight end since Kellen Winslow had 53 in 1987. 1st down from the 43 for the Chargers. Burke and Means out of the split backfield. Here's Means again, lowers his head, runs over Henry Jones, and gets close to midfield.
Offensive linemen love blocking for a back like Natron Means. they make you look good. Even if you miss a guy or if there's a guy that they're not accounted for in the blocking scheme, Natron Means can get positive yards. Henry Jones is right where he should have been, but a 200-pound free safety is going to lose the battle against a 240-pound running back with a head of steam.
Natron signed the 6-year, $19 million deal and is happy to be back in San Diego. 2nd down and 4. He gained 6 on the last play. Now Leaf audibling at the line of scrimmage. Leaf, it's caught. Michael Ricks, the rookie. And Michael Ricks really climbing the ladder to make that catch inside the 40-yard line. He gained 13.
It's such confidence. It shows such confidence for a young quarterback to change the play. It shows a lot of confidence in the organization that they give him the power to do it. And you see here, Ryan Leaf throws to Michael Ricks because Michael Ricks can go up and get that. He's 6'5", and when we saw him in practice yesterday, Michael Ricks looked like everybody's big brother. He was a head and shoulders above everybody. It looked like he was a high schooler playing with junior high guys. He can go up and get it.
Out of Stephen F. Austin. 1st down 10 from the 37. Leaf so far 4 of 5. 45 yards. Ricks lined up on the near side. Leaf steps up, got it away, and it's picked off. Picked off. Jones down the sidelines. And he's tackled at the 40-yard line. Henry Jones returns it 26 yards. But there is a flag on the play. And it's against Buffalo. And that's what his coaches talked about.
Prior to the change of possession, holding, 27 defense, 5 yards, 1st down.
Ken Irvin, the left corner, called for holding.
You'll see pressure by Phil Hansen coming off Ryan Leaf, right at Ryan Leaf's face. Number 9, and he throws the defensive lineman, has to avoid. Phil Hansen tries to throw it through traffic right into Henry Jones, who he couldn't see. Watch Ryan Leaf as the penalty is called. There he goes. He knows he got away with one there. He says, thank you. Those are the kind of things that just pick a guy up.
Irvin negates the interception, and that's what his coaches talk about, Ryan Leaf's coaches. They don't want him to force things. They say he is raw, and he will be prone to making those kind of mistakes as a rookie. 1st down from the 33. Leaf passing again. Over the middle, and it's dropped. Freddie Jones wide open, hit him right in the hands in front of Kurt Schultz.
Ryan Leaf told us yesterday that when he looks at the Buffalo Bills defense, he sees what what they say defensively is that we think our front 4 is better than you. And Ryan Leaf relished that challenge. He loves playing against it. He says we're going to have to go out and beat them because they've got great players. But they usually have number 78 out there, Bruce Smith, who is not playing today. Marcellus Wiley taking his place, and that takes a little bit of the starch out of a defense that is actually pretty good and knows it.
7th play of the drive for San Diego, which started at their own 25. 2nd down and 10 at the Buffalo 33. Natron through the hole and is tackled at the 30-yard line. Marlo Perry with the stop. And he picked up 3 yards. Now coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report, Jim Nance, Marcus Allen, Brent Jones, and George Seifert will have all the scores and highlights. That's coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report, week 1 in the National Football League. 3rd down, 7 yards to go for San Diego from the Buffalo 30. Leaf finds his receiver, and it's broken up. Henry Jones, at the last moment, looked like he may have gotten a hand on it, intended for Brian Still.
They put in 4 wide receivers and put Terrell Fletcher, who's a wonderful receiver, out of the backfield in. They spread the entire field, and Henry Jones, both hands leaping. And Leaf's reaction at that after Webster Slaughter dropped that, that's disappointing, but going for Webster Slaughter, who has more experience in the receiving corps than any of the other receivers all put together. Webster Slaughter, the veteran from Cleveland.
So on the kick, John Carney, a 48-yarder. Garrett Bennett is his holder. And the kick is good. John Carney the all-time points and field goal kicking leader for San Diego. Makes it a 3-0 game, 1:06 to go here in the first quarter. And welcome back. The scoring drive, the Chargers 9 plays, 45 yards. John Carney with a 48-yard field goal, and San Diego goes up 3-0 over Buffalo with 1:06 to go in the first quarter of play. Back deep for the Bills, Moulds and Kevin Williams. And this is Kevin Williams from the 1. Williams over the 25 with the seam, still on his feet, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 46-yard return for Kevin Williams, a former Dallas Cowboy. 53 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. 3-0 Chargers. Nothing. San Diego leading Buffalo. 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ryan Leaf, 4 of 7 so far. 45 yards. Rob Johnson, though, and the Bills take over at their own 47. Here's Antoine Smith, makes the first man miss, and then his gang tackle. About 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage, John Parella with first contact.
The guy that really tore that play apart was Junior Seau, coming right up the middle, timing it perfectly, right through the center guard gap, and gets right in the backfield, makes Antoine Smith stutter step. I mean, that's tough for a back to do. Just after he gets the handoff, he has nowhere to run, has to shuffle his feet, and that's what kills a running game. Blitzes, not just for pass rush, you can use blitzes to stop the run too, and it was very effective there.
Junior Seau named to his 7th Pro Bowl last year. Had 7 sacks, ties a career high. 2nd down and 8 from the 49. Play action. Johnson loses his footing on the infield. Dances out of trouble. He's got running room. And he scampers out of bounds at the 43. Nice pickup for the former quarterback out of the University of Southern California, who grew up about an hour and 15 minutes away in Orange County. And that is the end of the first quarter of play with the score, San Diego leading Buffalo 3-0. Buffalo with the football at the San Diego 44, 3rd down and short. Double tight ends for the Bills. Antoine Smith, and he picks up the first down. And Antoine Smith, what an interesting story. Here's a young man
Antoine Smith.
growing up. Didn't play high school football until his senior year in high school. Had an opportunity to play college football right out of high school, but decided not to do it because he had other responsibilities.
Took care of his grandmother. He promised to do that, and he did. He delayed his college career. And he's one of those guys, Junior Seau said, well, when you watch him run, he can move the pile. And he did on that play for the first down.
First down from the 41-yard line for Buffalo. Here's Smith again. And Smith stood up. Pile goes forward. That's some tough running. Now talk to us a little bit more about this power running game. When you were in Buffalo, they specialized in the K-gun. Jim Kelly, 4 or 5 receivers every now and then on the football field. Now a different situation.
They just don't want to turn the ball over. They led the league in takeaway, giveaway. They were minus 20 last year. They had a real hard time keeping their defense off the field and helping their defense. And their defense didn't score any touchdowns, didn't create enough turnovers. So it's one of the things they know that they will get better just by changing philosophies on offense.
2nd down and 8 from the 39. Play action, Johnson. Bootleg, Sam Gash with the catch out of the backfield, and he gets to the 30-yard line. Gash tackled by Dwayne Harper.
One of the benefits of having a good power run game is the fact that when you fake the run, the defense has to honor it, and you leave guys running who usually block for the run game, in Sam Gash running wide open. And that's a great play on Buffalo that's predicated by a power run game that helps the passing game.
Sam Gash played with New England last season. Signed as a free agent with Buffalo. Gained 9 yards on the play and a first down from the 30-yard line. Best drive of the day for the Bills. Molds in motion. Smith cuts it back. Lost it and somehow got it back. Rodney Harrison jarring the ball loose. And Antoine Smith got a lucky bounce.
It's a good thing they were running on the dirt down there in the infield of the stadium. He has to shuffle again. The run was shut off very nicely by the Charger defense. Antoine Smith has to hang on to the football. That's death when you turn the ball over, especially after you've gotten some first downs. You got a drive going, no score yet in the game. One thing that will kill the Buffalo Bills again this year is turnovers, and that's why they've changed offensive philosophies and want Rob Johnson to hand the ball off.
Second down and 13. Johnson, Cox looking into the end zone, and it's broken up, but a flag on the play. Intended for Andre Reed, but flags on the play in the end zone. We're close to the end zone. Charles Demery covering.
The rule says the receiver cannot create separation by pushing the defender, and you see there Andre Reed forcing Charles Demery not to be able to catch that football. Rob Johnson doesn't like it. He knows that that is a penalty that is difficult to recover from.
Pass interference, 83 offense, 10 yards, repeat second down.
So offensive pass interference against Andre Reed.
Sometimes when the receiver goes down there, it's good for him to do that. He did not want, it's better to take the penalty than to give Charles Demery the interception. And Andre Reed, knowing that, probably did that on purpose, even though he knew he would be called.
Makes it second down and a long 23 from the 43-yard line. Andre Reed wide to the right side of the field. And a whistle and timeout called by San Diego.
San Diego. Second charge, team timeout.
Yeah.
12:08 to go here in the second quarter of play, and the Chargers lead it 3-0.
Here at VMI, we were asked to try the new Norelco Advantage for 21 days. There was quiet dissension.
I'm not giving up my blade.
And anxious inquiry.
The heck is this? Goo?
But then we started to realize the lotion actually gave us a closer, smoother shave than we expected, without the nicks and cuts like blades. Our fear diminished. Our hopes arose, and life got a little less hairy.
Come on, babyface, move it!
The new Norelco Advantage. Put it to the test. If you don't like it, they'll give you your money back guaranteed.
Let me tell you a story about the trucks that never sleep.
Got an early one, huh?
Better fill it up.
It's the tough new line of Ford F-Series. With over 50 different models to custom fit the job. That's more than anyone else. And they all come with power you can count on. They're like some trusty sidekick in an old Western. Except this movie never ends.
See you tomorrow.
You can count on it.
Ford F-Series. The most powerful, most complete line of trucks ever built, Ford Tough.
Is taking on Tommy Lee Jones. Welcome to the revolution. Under Siege. Here come the good guys. CBS Tuesday contains some violent scenes.
12:08 to go in the second quarter. San Diego leading Buffalo 3-0. Now next Sunday, here on CBS, Buffalo at Miami, San Diego at Tennessee, and Kansas City against Jacksonville. Second down and 23 for the Bills. From the Chargers, 43-yard line. 4-receiver package. In for Buffalo. Johnson, far side, incomplete. Intended for Andre Reed, locked up in one-on-one coverage with Charles Demery.
That's a difficult route to complete. It's a deep timing route, and the pressure got to Johnson. He ended up on his back after he threw it, and really Andre Reed was not expecting the ball when it came because of the fact that Johnson had to release it just a little bit early.
So 3rd down and long again for Buffalo. Reed splits out wide to the far side. And on 3rd down, 25% so far. Out of the shotgun once again. Johnson in trouble. Johnson chased out of bounds at the 45. Gerald Dixon, closest man to him, along with Rodney Harrison.
At the 45-yard line.
Great coverage downfield. Had nowhere to throw the football, even after he bought himself time by running out to his left. That's great coverage by the San Diego defense. And Joe Pascal, their defensive coordinator, had told us that their best group on defense is their defensive backfield.
So Chris Moore in the punt, standing at his own 41. Latario Rashall at his own 10. High wobbly kick. Fair catch signal by Rashall, and he makes the grab at the 14. 31-yard punt by Chris Moore. 11:30 to go, second quarter of play, 3-0.
Who will be MVP? Many factors will determine the outcome in the Snickers Shock Zone game. Some bent the rules.
Number 28.
Others lost their concentration. And then there was the infamous Siragusa straw incident. Collect Snickers wrappers and watch TV September 20th. If you've got the Shock Zone MVP, you've got $2 million. Who will it be? Whoever's left standing.
55. What'll it be?
We'll take some rice and...
Get some Favre, too.
Yeah.
Now you can choose which teams you see every Sunday with DirecTV and NFL Sunday Ticket. There's up to 13 regular season games a week.
Price check on Favre.
Hey, Brett. Hey, John.
So stock up on all your favorites. NFL Sunday Ticket. It's not on cable. See it on DirecTV. So what are you looking at?
Attention shoppers. Now get $200 worth of programming when you get DirecTV.
Dave and Ann got tickets for the opera last weekend. So to get in the mood, they listened to it in their new Ford Explorer. Turns out the opera was about some guy who goes through the deepest woods, climbs the highest mountains, and braves the wildest rivers just to reach the one he loved. Obviously, it was inspiring stuff. Hey, some people just get more inspired than others. Ford Explorer, built Ford tough.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Ford, maker of vehicles that are built to last. Gateway, let's talk about your Gateway. And by Rush Hour, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Just a beautiful day here in Southern California. San Diego and Buffalo. And the Chargers leading it 3-0. Ryan Leaf and the Chargers from their own 15. Natron means the play fake. Leaf out of the pocket near side, and it's incomplete. Ryan Leaf throwing on the run for Mike Ricks. Gus Johnson along with Steve Tasker, and Steve, so far kind of a stalemate here.
Early on in the season, you'll get that, especially in a home opener. Both defenses are very hyped up, and on defense, it's all about emotion, reaction, and attack. On offense, it's more about execution and thought, and nerves, and you know, early season jitters really have a problem, really cause problems for offenses. Defenses don't have that problem. They can just use all that nervous energy and attack.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for Leaf. Natron means a single setback. Natron over the left side, lowers his head and pushes the pile forward. Gained about 2 on the play.
The Bills moving extra men up towards the line of scrimmage right before the snap, trying to disguise it so that Ryan Leaf won't get out of it and change to a pass play. Do that to make sure they can stop the run, if indeed that's what it is. Now, if they'd had a pass play called there, they might have been in some trouble.
So Brian Still splits to the near side along with Charlie Jones in the slot. Michael Ricks, the far side receiver. Leaf, plenty of time to throw the football, and it's caught by Charlie Jones. but not enough for a first down. Marlon Kerner, the nickelback, with the tackle, a gain of 7 yards.
Brian Still and Charlie Jones working out together. They as the ball is snapped, they cross on their stems. They run up the field hoping to confuse the defensive backs. And Buffalo defensive back playing way off, knowing that it was 3rd and long and hoping to come up and make the tackle before they could reach the first down markers.
So back deep, Kevin Williams standing at the 30. Aaron Bennett at his own 9. Wobbly kick, and it's short. Fair catch signal. Flag on the play. Loose ball kicked out of bounds inside the 20. Scott Turner made first contact on the special teams for San Diego.
Just a little early on the contact. There's no worse job in football than returning punts, and that's the reason.
Scott Turner really letting up on that hit, which is good for Kevin Williams. But that is why returning punts, you can't take your eye off the ball, but you know that if something goes wrong and they mistime it, you are going to get hit in the mouth.
Interference with the opportunity to make a catch. 21. The kicking team, 15 yards, first down, timeout.
Yeah, 9 minutes, 49 seconds to go. Big penalty against San Diego. Back in a moment.
FBI, I need this motorcycle. Get up. When Uptown Attitude. Yeah! You destroyed half a city block. That block was already messed up. Mixes with Hong Kong style. Wow. Get ready. Drop your guns for a little culture shock. Who's out? Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, jump around. Jackie Chan. Don't go. Chris Tucker. Rush Hour.
Which one of y'all kicked me?
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, September 18th.
Let me tell you a little love story. Happened at this wedding. Groom's buddies all sneak out and do the usual number on the groom's car, right? There it was, the most perfect black Ford Mustang known to man. So right when Mr. Shaving Cream's about to pull the trigger...
I can't do it, man. What? Just can't do it.
I mean, it's a Mustang. It'd be like defacing a national monument or something. Ford Mustang, built to last.
This ain't Altoona or Pawtucket, kid, no. Now you're pouring beer in the show. Well, not just any beer, either. We're talking big leagues, kid.
We're talking Coors Light. Wearing this tray out there is like waving a red flag at a bull. 40,000 thirsty fans looking for the coldest beer around.
The Rocky Mountain refreshment of frost-brewed Coors Light.
Think you can handle it, kid?
Yeah. Hey, beer man! Beer man, three right here. Beer man, I'm here, man.
Rookies.
Hi, I'm Troy Aikman of the Dallas Cowboys. Please join me in supporting the United Way. The NFL, the United Way in you, the power of teamwork.
I've been on both ends of this play, both as the punt returner and the cover man, and it's the responsibility of the guy covering the kick to stay away once the fair catch sign is given. And you like to do that as a return man. Give a late fair catch signal because they still have to stay away from you.
So a 15-yard penalty makes it first down and 10 from the 46 for Buffalo, and flags on the play once again.
Start of the snap, false start, 84 offense, 5 yards, repeat for...
So both teams being penalized an awful lot for Buffalo. 5 penalties, 34 yards. For San Diego, 3 penalties, 39 yards. So you can tell it's the first game for both teams.
You really can. They're both very, very tight offensively.
First down and 15. Andre Reed in motion. Smith over the 40. And Antoine Smith gets to the 43-yard line before being gang tackled. Marco Coleman there to make first contact.
You know, you get a first down, 1st and 10 after a penalty like that on the punt, and then you give 5 yards right back to them. The Buffalo Bills have really hurt themselves with mistakes today. They gave up a turnover, an interception with defensive holding, and now they give themselves 1st and 15, and they haven't been able to put any points on the board.
Gain 3, 2nd down, 12. Moulds to the near side, Reed to the far side. Out of the split backfield. Derek Holmes in motion. Johnson passing underneath, and it's incomplete. Intended for Moulds, but standing right there, it's Aaron Shaw. And that's probably the first bad pass by Johnson so far.
And that was a bad pass. I mean, it was right at his feet, and he had no pressure unless he couldn't see the receiver and was throwing it on field. That's a pass that Rob Johnson's got to make.
Rob Johnson, 5 of 8, 36 yards. What an athlete. Came out of Southern California, but here in Orange County, California, played baseball, basketball, football, averaged 25 points as a guard, drafted in the 16th round by Minnesota.
Timeout, Buffalo.
As
First charge, team timeout.
As a right-handed pitcher. So he's got a lot of athletic ability. Right now, he's faced 3rd down and 12 from the 44.
Are you concerned about losing more hair?
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Snickers and by Propecia. Talk to your doctor today.
Welcome back, Qualcomm Stadium. Beautiful today in San Diego, with Chargers lead the Bills 3-0. Buffalo with the football, 3rd down and a long 12 from their own 44. Johnson out of the shotgun. Johnson under pressure, tucks it, wants to run, chased by Dixon. Johnson knocked out of bounds at the 45.
The ball carrier,
Gerald Dixon, and he's short of the 1st down.
One of the things that Wade Phillips told us about Rob Johnson is that he's so important to this offense. They want him to be safe. His mobility is a big part of his game, but it's a fine line between making him make plays and getting hurt on the sidelines as he gets pushed, cutting a swath of destruction through those benches. That's bad news for a franchise quarterback.
Chris Moore standing at the 40-yard line. Rashall at his own 10. High spiraling kick. Fair catch signal. Rashall lets it go into the end zone. Special teams almost coming up with the play. That's because Marion Kerner was there. Your former teammate, he just couldn't come up with it.
Well, Marlon Kerner got tangled up down there. He had a bad knee injury last year. He's coming back and looks like he's down and hurt. But he couldn't get his eyes around in the sun as those balls are dropping it out of the sky. It's very difficult to get your body stopped and turned and get oriented with the ball as it comes down. He's able to catch that because no Charger is attempting to do it, and it's a free ball. He's able to catch it. Now, he could do this. The reason he's trying to catch that football because he can stop it on the 2, and that's 20 yards of field position bouncing into the end zone there as Marlon goes down. Suffered a bad knee injury last year to his anterior cruciate ligament, struggled throughout the preseason, and on that play got his foot caught in the grass and bent awkwardly.
So Kerner has to be helped to his feet. Looks like he's okay. And how difficult is it to play on a football/baseball field? You see the configuration there.
It's very difficult. It's hard enough to play on grass when you don't really trust it. This is a great surface in San Diego. The grass is as good as any in the league. But when you switch from grass to dirt, you don't know for sure if your feet are going to hold.
Right now, Chargers begin their drive. The shortstop area. That's where Chris Gomez roams around for the Padres. From the 20, Natron, big hole, Means bounces it outside at the 35, and Natron Means to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 20. Ken Irvin knocks him out of bounds.
San Diego running their own version of the two-back offense. Watch the blocking as they pull out number 83, John Burke, kicking out on the pursuit linebacker. Natron Means making the rest on his own. Well-designed play, perfectly executed.
Means so far 5 carries, 34 yards. That play made possible by Burke's block. He signed a 2-year contract, played with the Jets last year. 1st down for Leaf at the 41. Play action. Leaf setting up over the middle, and it's caught. Brian Still with the catch in front of Kenny Irvin, but there's that strong right arm of Ryan Leaf.
Strong right arm. He laid that out there. Watch him as he drops back. They put a whole new revamped offensive line in front of him to make sure that he's kept safe. And you watch as all the time to let the route develop, doesn't have to shuffle his feet, throws off his front foot, and the receiver, great route, pushing the defender deep, breaking off. When the receiver pushes him deep, it gives him a chance, opportunity to break right or left, inside or outside.
Now they have it from the 42, the Buffalo 42. Gain of 17 on the last play. Means again skips through the hole and is inside the 40-yard line. So Ryan Leaf, the second overall pick. Peyton Manning, the #1 pick out of Tennessee. And so far the comparison. Manning against Miami, 4 of 7, 73 yards, and an interception. Leaf 6 of 10, 69 yards.
Not very much different.
They went 1 and 2. Gained 2 yards on the last play. 2nd down and 8. Leaf again. Near side. Caught. Still in front of Irvin. And a first down for San Diego.
It was Brian Still's emergence that allowed the team to release Tony Martin. They've decided that Brian Still was coming on so well in the offseason, playing so well, he gave them an added depth and a good core of receivers along with Michael Ricks. Both these guys, young guys, and getting their feet under him just like Ryan Leaf is today.
3rd year out of Virginia Tech, 3 catches, 43 yards. He's at the far side of the field, and a whistle and flag on the play. So this one against the Chargers.
Men in the huddle on offense. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
Now this fall, he likes his buddies, he loves his football, and when it comes to comedy, he rules. Kevin James stars in The King of Queens, premiering Monday, September 21st on CBS. So too many men on the field are in the huddle for the Chargers. Makes it 1st down and 15 from the 35. Leaf, quick toss, and it's picked off. At the 22-yard line, Henry Jones, the strong safety, had one earlier. That was called back. This time he'll keep it.
This one was tipped, and Ryan Leaf, if he's smart, he won't let this bother him. This is a throw that he liked to make. He was throwing to the right guy. The ball was tipped by the receiver, and that's just bad luck. Watch Ryan. Nobody likes to throw an interception. He had the team in scoring position, and that's one that you hate to see get away in a tight ball game.
Henry Jones, 8th year out of Illinois, with the interception. And Ryan Leaf, they say sometimes he tries to force it in there, and that was a perfect example.
Kelvin Gilbride said he was a little raw, and he threw that just a little hard for a 10-yard pass.
1st down for Buffalo from their own 22. Sam Gash, Antoine Smith, near side, Molds. The run after the catch, and he's tackled by Shaw. Now for an NFL Today report, let's go to Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Gus and Steve. Jerry Rice returned for the 49ers, and he's already got 1 catch for 17 yards, but don't overlook Keyshawn Johnson. Glenn Foley is it. 5 times they've hooked up, including this touchdown pass just moments ago. 7 minutes to go, first half. Jets lead at San Fran. Let's go back to San Diego.
All right, Jim, here. Chargers leading at 3-0. Buffalo with the football, however, at the 35. 1st down. They pitch it. Smith. And he hurdles a man up to the 35-yard line. Norman Hand tackles him from behind, the 4th-year man out of Mississippi.
Joe Pendry, the offensive coordinator for the Bills, told us that when he sees this San Diego defense, it flies around. He told his guys, we are going to have to fly to meet them. And that's trying to get his guys emotionally charged, because he knows in a home opener, the visiting offense really has its work cut out for him, and they've struggled in their run game, although Rob Johnson has made some great throws.
Makes it 2nd down and 11. Johnson again, this time a short drop, dancing around in the pocket, and Johnson nowhere to go. William Fuller, and And he comes up with the sack. Fuller in his 13th year out of North Carolina. That's what they really need from him.
They really do. And you'll see Rob Johnson drop back very quickly. And he stopped and double clutched. He had no place to throw the football. Right here, you'll see he wants to throw it, can't, has to sidestep. Then he's running for his life, looking for something to happen. William Fuller, the veteran, comes around and gets him. He can buy some time, but he can't do it all himself.
Good sign for the Chargers. Fuller with only 3 sacks a season ago. 3rd down and 12. Johnson underneath Moulds with the catch, and he gets the first down at midfield.
Eric Moulds is really a guy that they want to emerge and has played extremely well here in the first half. Only has 2 catches, but they were both for good gains. And Rob Johnson dropping back. After you get chased around the pocket, sometimes it's difficult to hang in there. Rob in the shotgun here, dropping back, looking, taking, being patient, gives his offensive line a chance to work. And that's good veteran quarterbacking, not getting skittish after being chased around.
Gain 16 on the play. First down, Smith again, and Smith chopped down. Lou Bush, 6th year out of Washington State, coming up and making the tackle.
Last year, this San Diego defense was much maligned, but they knew that Kurt Govea got injured, and they had to start shuffling all the linebacking core, and they really struggled in the last half of the season. When their offense struggled, it got even worse for their defense. And they really felt like they didn't need to change anyone. They just needed to get healthy and get some backups, and that's what they've done.
Smith picked up a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 49. Johnson out of the pocket, throws downfield, and it's picked off. Terrence Shaw with the interception at the 10-yard line. So you see Lee force one, now Johnson forces one, and they turn it over.
He had Eric Moulds open for a moment, got behind the defense when he scrambled, turned up the field, and Rob Johnson running to his left couldn't get enough on the throw to get it over Terrence Shaw.
Makes the tackle. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 15.
Rob Johnson once again buying time for himself, wants to throw the ball very quickly and can't get rid of it. Buys time by throwing to his left. It's difficult, you see, to throw the ball with your body open like that, and could not get enough on the throw to get it down. The pressure is what caused that throw to be too short for Eric Moulds, and he ended up making the tackle.
So San Diego with the ball again, now at their own 15-yard line. Leaf passing on 1st down. Slips in the infield. Out of the backfield, Means with the catch. And a good tackle by Sam Rogers in the open field to bring down Natron Means. Sam Rogers replaces a guy that plays some pretty good football himself, Bryce Pop, now in Jacksonville. We're at the 2-minute warning. 3-0. 2 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. San Diego leading Buffalo 3-0. Coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report, Jim Nance, Marcus Allen, and Brent Jones, along with George Seifert, will have all the scores and highlights. That's coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report. 2nd down and 8 for the Chargers from their own 17. Leaf, 8 of 13, 80 yards and 1 interception. Terrell Fletcher, the lone setback. Draw play, Fletcher looking for a hole, and he's stacked up. Sean Price, backup tackle with first contact, along with Marcellus Wiley.
Brought down by number 91 is Sean Price.
And so far the numbers on Ryan Leaf, not bad. First game, rookie starter.
That's exactly right. It's the interception you don't like to see, but he has stood in the pocket, and he's played well when he's in there. He's made the throws he should have thrown, he should have made. Only twice has he forced the ball in, and once it cost him.
3rd down and 6. Leaf over the middle, and it's dropped. Freddie Jones, you don't see that happen too often. His trusty tight end with the ball in his hands. That's his 2nd drop ball of the afternoon.
You're not going to stay the favorite receiver very long.
That's true.
If you drop the ball like that, and that's his 2nd one of them, and he doesn't like it a bit. And we'll see how Ryan Leaf reacts to him down there. They'll go on. I'm sure they're going to talk to each other to make sure that they're still friends anyway.
Bennett, his third punt, standing at the 4. End over end kick, and Williams gets away from it as it bounces out of bounds at the 45. Flags on the play.
Out of bounds. There's a penalty flag on the field.
A 36-yard punt by Bennett, and this one is against San Diego.
The kicking team illegally downfield. Penalty is declined. First down, Buffalo.
Now CBS Sports coverage of the U.S. Open, the world's toughest tennis event, continues tomorrow, Labor Day, beginning at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 11 a.m. Eastern, the U.S. Open in New York. Pete Sampras playing tomorrow against Marat Safin, and Andre Agassi takes on Carl Kuchera, followed by women's action, Venus Williams and Mary Pierce. That should be a great match. First down from the 45 for Johnson. Under pressure, and he goes down. Rodney Harrison came hard off the corner and sacks Johnson.
Joe Pascal told us yesterday that they were going to do everything they could think of to get pressure on Rob Johnson. He's an athlete. He can dodge it. He was going to blitz. He was going to spy, and that's Rodney Harrison, who's a very physical safety, coming in to get the sack.
Harrison selected as the team defensive player of the year for the second straight season. Led the Chargers with 132 tackles. Had 4 sacks last year. Johnson now looking, and it's incomplete. Quinn Early, the intended receiver, and Terrence Shaw and Rodney Harrison standing right on top of him.
That last sack was really no one's fault. There was just no one to block Rodney Harrison. He just came in. It was a blitz that they knew they were going to have someone free, and if Rob Johnson couldn't get rid of the football, he was going to take the sack.
So the Charger defense lasted in the National Football League last year with only 27 sacks. They have 3 so far today. Third down and 18. Johnson, sideline, Derek Holmes. And Holmes gets over the 45 to the 46. Terrence Shaw and Harper again. Pickup of 8. 18 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Brings up fourth down.
There's really no need to punt it here with the time running out in the half, and they're going to...
Timeout, San Diego. Third and final Charge team timeout. Please set the clock to 13 seconds. 13.
The Buffalo Bills didn't want to punt it, but obviously the San Diego Chargers wanted to have the opportunity to get a big play on a punt return.
Thank you.
Halftime, a special ceremony.
So Kevin Gilbride's team leading at 3-0 here in the first half. They want the football back. Coach Gilbride spent 2 seasons as the offensive coordinator at Jacksonville. That's where he had an opportunity to see Rob Johnson.
He liked Rob Johnson, really was trying to get Rob Johnson before they realized that they might have a chance to move up and take Ryan Leaf. He wanted one of those 2 guys. Rob Johnson's a guy he really liked in Jacksonville, and Rob Johnson thought he really learned a lot from Kevin Gilbride as well. It would have been a perfect match at one point in the offseason. It looked like it was going to happen, but it never materialized.
Rob Johnson traded to Buffalo as the Bills gave up a 1st and a 4th round pick for a man that's only, prior to today, had only 1 career start. That was last season against the Ravens. Jacksonville won that game. Moore sends it away. Booming kick. Rashaw allows it to go into the end zone, but it doesn't. Takes a Buffalo bounce backwards and is down at the 14.
There is a penalty flag on the field.
And a flag on the field.
The Buffalo Bills did not down that punt. They'll let that punt lay there and let the clock run so that San Diego would not get an offensive play. They stood around it and not letting anyone touch it, and that's a good heads-up football play by the Buffalo Bills. Well schooled.
A lot of penalties in this first half at Qualcomm Stadium. Buffalo and the Chargers. This penalty against San Diego.
Signaled unsportsmanlike conduct. We haven't heard exactly yet.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 85, signaled for a fair catch and then blocked. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
You cannot do that.
That's Latario Rashal, a second-year man out of Fresno State, who replaces Eric Metcalf as their punt return guy.
So many guys do that. They'll call for the fair catch and then wanting the ball to bounce in the end zone, hoping to keep the other team away from it, from batting it back out, will block them away from the football. And that's illegal, and you forget that you called for the fair catch, trying to help your team out. And it's one of those rules, and you throw the regular rule book out when it comes to special teams. Offense and all that stuff goes out there. Everything
a special teams guy would say that.
Everything changes.
7-time Pro Bowler.
They should have an
special teams ace.
The clock expired on the play. That's the end of the first half.
Exactly right. The Buffalo Bills played it exactly right, not to give San Diego Chargers not to give them an extra play to go, and that's a great way to end the half.
So the Chargers and Bills jog into the locker room. Ryan Leaf, his first career start out of Washington State. And what do you think?
Well, that San Diego offense is coming out of its shell just a little faster than the Buffalo offense is, and we'll just have to see in the second half. They're going to regroup both these teams. They know exactly what's wrong with both of them.
So that's the end of the first half with the score. The Chargers lead the Bills 3-0. And coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report, Jim Nantz, Marcus Allen, Brent Jones, and George Seifert will get you caught up on all the scores and highlights. That's all coming up on the NASDAQ Qualcomm Stadium, where the Chargers lead the Buffalo Bills 3-0. Gus Johnson along with Steve Tasker in the first half of play. Two quarterbacks really getting their first opportunity. And Mr. Johnson from Buffalo, give me an idea of how you felt about their performances.
Well, they're about even. Both these guys, the strategy was to take the pressure off them with a run game. Natron Means for the Chargers, Antoine Smith for the Buffalo Bills. Neither team has been able to do that, and now both quarterbacks in their first game are stuck with it, with the burden of trying to make it all happen themselves, and they've got to do a better job of getting the run game going, both sides of the football.
All right, the halftime statistics. And in the first half of play, the rushing yards, 40 for Buffalo, 39 for San Diego. Natron Means in the first half of play only getting 6 carries, make it 3 carries for 6 carries rather. And we begin the second half from the 5-yard line, and San Diego will start at the 27. John Holasak with the special teams tackle.
You can't get much closer than that in your quarterback comparison. Both guys feeling probably like they should have played a little better, but still neither getting much help from the rest of the guys around them.
So Natron Means in the first half, 6 carries for 37 yards. On the other side, Antoine Smith, 12 carries for 22 yards, and you would think Natron running the ball so well that they would run him a little bit more than 6 times in the first half. First down and 10 from the 28 for the Chargers. Play action. Leaf downfield. It's open. Receiver. Brian Still towards the end zone. Dragged down inside the 5. Thomas Smith with the saving tackle. But on their first play of the second half, they throw the bomb.
They saw something in the first half that they wanted to take advantage of immediately. They put Michael Ricks in motion to get the coverage that they wanted. Ryan Leaf has all kinds of time to throw the football, let the route develop down the middle of the field, throwing it right between the hash marks. The safeties did not get deep enough to help out. Jumping on an underneath crossing route by Freddie Jones, the tight end, the favorite receiver, leaving Brian Still open to catch the deep ball.
That's a gain of 67 yards. First down, goal to go from the 5-yard line for San Diego. Means cuts it back, and Natron Means tackled by Sam Rogers. And he got back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bills defensive backs have told us that they wanted to be a little more aggressive this year and try and force some turnovers, which they weren't able to do last year. They wanted to make some big plays for this offense, but when you do that, you leave yourself vulnerable once in a while to giving up a big play like that.
So on their first offensive play of the second half, they go for 67 yards. Leaf to Still. Second down, goal to go from the 6 now. Fletcher in the backfield. And a quick timeout called by Marlo Perry. He saw something he didn't like.
Buffalo, first charge team timeout.
They had a matchup that they didn't like, had to call a quick timeout.
Good.
13:20 to go in the third quarter. San Diego leading it 3-0, but they have the ball at the Buffalo 6, courtesy of Ryan Leaf and Brian Still, a 67-yard reception. Second down, goal to go from the 6. Fletcher behind Leaf. Here comes a blitz into the end zone. Still makes a catch. Touchdown, San Diego.
We talked to the offensive side of the ball for the Chargers, and they thought this may work with the wide receivers. They thought they might throw it to Michael Ricks, who's so tall, but they gave it to Brian Still, and he was able to stop on the dime. There's nothing like throwing a touchdown in your first NFL game.
The extra point is good. Brian Leaf, all smiles. 10 of 16, 153 yards, and his first touchdown as a pro. He's covering 72 yards for the Chargers, a 6-yard touchdown. Brian Still from Ryan Leaf, and the Chargers go on top, 10-0. John Carney ready to send it away. Williams and Moulds back deep. Line drive kick on the short hop. Sam Gash up to the 35. So all of a sudden, the big play to begin the second half. Leaf and Still 67 yards in Buffalo. Down 10-0.
So many times you go in at halftime and you think, you know, there's something they're doing we want to take advantage of, and you don't have a chance to do it otherwise, but you can sit down, talk about it, and get it done first play after half. We'll see if the Buffalo Bills can do it here.
First down and 10 from the 35. Play action, Rob Johnson to the far side, and it's incomplete. Andre Reed, the intended receiver. That ball thrown out of bounds. Dwayne Harper standing right there, and Johnson is down and hurt. And the backup quarterback, former Boston College star and CFL MVP, Doug Flutie, and he's ready for action.
Watch as he drops back and the pocket collapses around him. It's a deep out route that they had thrown early in the game and not been able to connect on. You see, that's what does it, is when you're, if it indeed looks like it is, the head hits the back of the head, goes down hard on the back of the turf, and that is not a good injury if there is such a thing.
So Rob Johnson on the field. Wade Phillips obviously concerned.
There's so many rules in the game that protect quarterbacks. They don't always come in handy, but in that case, they might have helped.
What an interesting turn of events here in San Diego. Rob Johnson in his first start for the Bills going down. He hit his head on the ground, shook him up. He's up on his feet now. His replacement, Doug Flutie, warming up on the sidelines. And Johnson he's wobbly.
See him drop back in the pocket. This is something that offensive coordinators, offensive linemen, nobody wants to see, as the defensive lineman gets a chance to wrap up and put all of his weight right down on the quarterback. And there's no other position for a quarterback to be in that's any more vulnerable than that.
Norman Hand got him onto the field. Doug Flutie. college football legend, signed with the Bills as a free agent. He returns to the National Football League after 8 seasons in the Canadian League. 6 of those, he was the most valuable player. 2nd down and 10 from the 34. Flutie to Smith. Bounces it outside. Got a step and picks up the 1st down at the 45. Terrence Shaw pushes him out of bounds. Rob Johnson still being treated on the bench. And he's bleeding from his chin as well. And Doug Flutie, very upset when he signed with Buffalo. He thought that he'd have a chance to win the starting job. Then they went out, traded for Rob Johnson, and he was reduced to a backup. But now he gets his opportunity in the first game. Throwing, here's Andre Reed with the catch. Close to another 1st down. And you like Doug Flutie.
He brings a lot of the same things to the table that Rob Johnson does. He's a great athlete. The only difference is Rob Johnson's 6'4", Doug Flutie's 5'9". And I know as a guy that's 5'9", I've in fooling around, have dropped back in the pass behind those offensive linemen, and it's like trying to throw out of an elevator with no ceiling. I mean, you can't see anything, and it's amazing that he's able to play as well as he does at every level he's ever participated in.
2nd down, 2 yards to go from the 47. Antoine Smith, and he's close to the 1st down. And yesterday, when we spoke to Wade Phillips about Doug Flutie, he said, hey, if a team in the National Football League 4 or 5 years ago were to gear their offense around this guy, he could be very productive. He could be a winner. Looks like they're going to have to do that momentarily at least.
You know, he was kind of laughed at when he was here before. He ran around the pocket and stuff. And now you look around the league, everybody runs around. You know, maybe Doug Flutie was just ahead of his time. But he's getting his chance now due to the injury to Rob Johnson. But so many people remember Doug Flutie because of the Hail Mary pass at Boston College, but he has been a productive quarterback everywhere he has been given the opportunity to play.
And Rob Johnson leaves the field, so Flutie's in there. 1st down and 10 from the 45. Doug Flutie audibling at the line of scrimmage. Quinn Early to the far side. Reed and Moulds to the near side, and a whistle. William Fuller may have jumped off sides.
I think may have jumped off sides is a safe bet. Hey, he was offsides, yeah. He was in the backfield.
95 defense, unabated towards the quarterback. 5 yards, repeat 1st down.
Rob Johnson ushered into the tunnel. And William Fuller comes off the field.
They wanted to give William Fuller about 20 to 25 snaps a game as a pass rusher. And he has been able to do that early in this game.
1st down and 5. Here's Smith. And Smith picks up 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. He is close to the 1st down marker. Marco Coleman with the tackle. And Antoine Smith, he's carrying the load. 15 carries, 40 yards for the 2nd-year man out of Houston. 6'2", 224.
And now it becomes even more important with the backup quarterback in. You know that the offense hasn't worked that much with him in the past week or so. It's very important for everybody else to pick it up, and it begins with Antoine Smith.
2nd down and 1 yard to go from the 36 of San Diego. Flutie short drop, fires, and it's a strike for a 1st down. Doug Flutie, he's 5'9", but he has a whole lot of pop in that right arm, and he drilled Andre Reed.
He's never been accused of having a soft arm. He does have a good, strong arm. Gets back. That's one of the ways you can use him. Just get him drop back, get rid of the ball very quickly, put it right on Andre Reed. No problems there. That's the kind of hitch route that will give him some confidence, and now it'll lead to other things that they can do in their offense because the defense has to play it honest.
1st down and 10 from the San Diego 30-yard line for the Bills. Here comes a blitz. Flutie, and it's picked off. Doug Flutie throws the interception. Dwayne Harper stepped in front and took it away. Returns it 14 yards.
You knew it was only going to be a matter of moments before San Diego sent some extra people to blitz Doug Flutie, get in his face, just like a rookie quarterback. They want to rattle him. He had to get rid of the ball fast. They anticipated it. The defensive back, Dwayne Harper, jumped right in front of Eric Moulds. No chance. Eric Moulds thought he had separation. And you knew it was only a matter of time before the defense really sent some extra people. It was an obvious move on their part, and it paid off.
So a quick interception by Doug Flutie. San Diego takes over at their own 33.
391.
Near side still, and it's incomplete. Ball underthrown by Ryan Leaf. Now Rob Johnson, who went into the tunnel and into the locker room, is having staples put in his chin. We do not know if he's going to return. So the 35-year-old Doug Flutie, second-string quarterback, replaces Johnson, throws an interception, and now the young kid for San Diego, who looks like he's really in command of this team right now. Second down, 10 from the 33. Short roll, Leaf sets up the screen, and it's almost intercepted. Dangerous pass. Gabe Northern had a beat on the football, but Leaf overthrew him.
He really did. He threw that ball without really setting his feet, trying to do it very quickly, not really looking at the receiver, and ended up throwing it away because he saw Gabe Northern flash in front of the receiver. Just put a little extra arc on it. Very cool move. Just decided to take the incompletion, move on to the next play. It's a good move.
Leaf
Buffalo,
10,
go ahead.
Leaf 10 of 18, 153 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Third down and 10 from the 33. Terrell Fletcher in the backfield. Leaf out of the shotgun. And it's dropped once again. That's the third drop for Freddie Jones. Knocked away by Eric Smedley, but Jones should have held on to that football.
Ryan Leaf feeling the heat of his own in the pocket after he releases the ball. This is what may make him think about some passes later on, and that's what the defense wants to do with the Buffalo Bills.
Darren Bennett standing at the 18. Kevin Williams at his own 15. High spiraling kick. Williams driven back to the 10. Makes the first two men miss. Now gets outside. That's where the wedge is. And he advances it up to the 35-yard line. Darren Bennett forcing him out of bounds. 9:02 to go. Third quarter of play. 10-0 Chargers. Chargers lead at 10-0. Doug Flutie firing downfield, and it's incomplete. Ball intended for Andre Reed. And a flag is on the play. Gus Johnson, Steve Tasker with you. What an interesting turn of events. Rob Johnson, they gave him all the money and brought him over here from Jacksonville. Now Doug Flutie is in the lineup as the starting quarterback. Johnson goes down.
It'll be a little different this series because now he knows he's going in. This time, the first time, he just had barely enough time to take a few throws and go right in the huddle. Had probably no chance to get any rhythm or feel for the game. This will be a little bit better. Look for him to improve, and they'll start to think about their play selection.
This is why a backup quarterback is so important, because they're called upon quite often to go in there and play a lot on the field. So Doug Flutie, 35 years old. First down and 10 from the 43 on the penalty. In the seam, Andre Reed, touchdown, Buffalo. What a throw by Flutie. 43 yards. And the little guy already, he's come to play.
Andre Reed runs on Doug Flutie goes back, and you don't have to be tall if you're going to throw the ball downfield. He comes back and just lets it fly. Andre Reed runs a nice little out and up. The defender bites, and it was right on the money. And that last hit right there was why Doug Flutie can play this game. Rodney Harrison couldn't make the play. Andre Reed catches the ball behind the defense, and you can see the replay. Marco Coleman knows it's a touchdown.
Point after try is good. So Buffalo, they finally get on the board. Doug Flutie, Andre Reed hooking up. A lot of high fives on the sidelines for Doug Flutie, 10-7 as Flutie hooked up with Andre Reed for the touchdown, 43-yarder. And there's a scoring drive. So the Bills make it a 10-7 game. Cole Ford kicking off. Fletcher from the goal line. Fletcher over the 20 up to the 24-yard line, tackled by Marlo Perry. Flag on the play, 17-yard return. So holding called against San Diego. And when the coaches look at this game film, they're really going to be disappointed with all the calls.
It's really indicative of how early in the season it is, but
Holding 52 during the return. 10 yards, first down.
James Burgess, backup linebacker. Once again, the touchdown.
People scoff at Doug Flutie because they remember him as a little college guy. You don't have to be 6'4", 235 to stand in the pocket. I'll tell you what, when people talk about Doug Flutie, they don't scoff at him because he can't play. This guy can really get it done. He just produces.
6 MVPs in the CFL in 8 years. Here's the handoff. Natron Means picked up 2 yards, goes backwards. Ted Washington greeting him. And Natron, he is a load. 5'10", 245, 26 years old. Had a chance to talk to him earlier this week, and at 26, Steve, he's got a lot of gray in his beard, and he feels that he is a veteran.
We asked him how excited he was, if he was still thrilled. He says, no, the thrill is gone to be back in San Diego. It's real business. Like he said, I'm ready to play now. Let's go. The thrill is gone. Let's play.
2nd down and 7 from the 13 for the Chargers. Means the lone setback. Leaf, far side, caught. Charlie Jones with the reception. Gain of 10. So Ryan Leaf, the 2nd overall pick in the draft out of Washington State. Peyton Manning, the 1st overall pick out of Tennessee. Their numbers, 9 of 18, 117 yards for Manning. 2 interceptions, and Leaf 11 of 20, a touchdown and an interception. First down from the 23-yard line for the Chargers. Natron lowers his head, gets over the 25 up to the 26. Ted Washington in on the play once again.
Natron coming back during the preseason had to wear number 30 because Mike Dumas, the free safety for the San Diego Chargers, had his number 20. And they worked out an elaborate trade-off so that Natron Means could have his old jersey as the one he started out here in San Diego with. And it was quite a story. They traded pup tents, weekends, everything. Home-cooked meals, you name it.
A radio campaign to get Natron his jersey back. Ryan Leaf again underneath, and it's caught. This time, Freddie Jones with the reception. He's dropped 3, and Jones pops to his feet and says, hey, all right, a flag on the play, however, and it's against Buffalo. It's like Henry Jones may have committed the penalty.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 20 of the defense. 15 yards, first down.
That's Henry Jones. Happened at the end of the play. Jones, stiff little right hand.
Yeah, that's, I don't know if that's worth 15 yards or not, but it cost him.
Jones on Jones. So the 15-yard penalty gives San Diego great field position. First down and 10 from their own 47. Natron Means in the backfield. Leaf pumps, in trouble. Leaf goes down. Sean Price with the sack. Backup tackle, and looks like the coverage team for Buffalo did a good job.
He did an excellent job. They got back. He's ready to get rid of the football and has nowhere to throw it. Has to pull it down. Then he's looking for someplace to run. Sees big Ted Washington there, spins out, and then he's just looking to survive after that. That's a lot of traffic. That play was broken, and he was just looking for someplace to hide.
5 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and Ryan Leaf calls timeout.
Timeout, San Diego. Their first Charge team timeout. This is a 30-second timeout.
For the first time on television, CBS presents the Jagathon. 5 nights in a row of Jag, TV's fastest growing drama. Jagathon kicks off this Tuesday here on CBS. Now, you have 5 kids. I'm sure you don't have time to watch TV.
Right.
You're always moving.
No, it's always cartoons or, you know, movies. Believe me, I have a tight rein on the television tuner.
Running back Tremaine Stevens fielded this.
Ryan Leaf on the sidelines. Doug Flutie, 43-yard touchdown to Andre Reed.
You know, we've seen Ted Washington make a couple of tackles on this drive right in the middle, and Ted Washington is one of those guys that I hung around guys all 13 years. I hung around them 13 years. You don't see guys like Doug Flutie. You see guys like Ted Washington. Doug Flutie's 5'9". If you see him on the street, he looks normal. But for 13 years, I hung around the league, and I got used to hanging around big guys. I'll tell you what, every time I saw Ted Washington,
there's Big Ted.
I said, man, is he big?
He's a big guy.
You never get used to that guy.
No question. Second down and 10 for Leaf from the 47, out of the gun. Leaf over the middle, and it's caught. Still once again, and what a game Still is having. Brian Still with another catch, but there is a flag on the play.
Offside, 96 defense. He lined up in the neutral zone. Penalties decline. First down.
The Buffalo Bills are starting to put some reserves in. That's Dan Brandenburg, who was lined up in the neutral zone. Ted Washington not in there. Dan Brandenburg is. They've got the heat is really taking its toll. They're giving Gabe Northern, Sam Rogers a chance to catch their breath.
First down from the 40. Draw play. Tremaine Stevens lowers his head and gets to the 35. Tackle by Eric Smedley. Let's go to Jim Nance in New York for an NFL Today update.
All right, Gus and Steve, check it out. 4th and 1, and the Niners go for it. And they go to the old go-to man, Jerry Rice, and he heads right to the end zone. The extra point, however, was blocked. So the Jets lead by 1. Let's go back to San Diego.
All right, Jim, here in San Diego. Chargers leading at 10-7 and driving. 2nd and 4 from the Buffalo 34. They hand it off to Means with a blocker. Natron inside the 30. Phil Hansen tracks him down.
This is why a power running game here deep into the third quarter really comes in handy. Natron Means has the ability just to lower his head and power, and this wears a defense out in this heat. Having some success, getting a first down, that's an emotional victory for the Chargers as well as a moral defeat for the Buffalo Bills.
And Joe Bugle, their offensive coordinator, he says Natron, rather their offensive line coach, he says Natron, he gets those ugly yards for you. Play action this time. Leaf throwing on the run, and it's incomplete. Ball underthrown slightly, intended for Freddie Jones.
This play fake brought on by the ability of Natron Means in the last play. Bootlegs out. This is somewhat risky. Ryan Leaf is out there, no blockers in front of him. Sees Freddie Jones out there, and really, after this play, Ryan Leaf will pat his head. He knows that's not Freddie Jones, that's him.
So second down and 10. Current drive for the Chargers, 9 plays covering 60 yards. They've had the ball for 5 minutes. Leaf under pressure, tried to hit still on the slant pattern, and it's incomplete. Brian still having a big game. 6 catches, 128 yards and a touchdown. Last year, he was a backup to Tony Martin, who they traded to Atlanta. But Brian really emerged at the end of the season. He started the final 4 games, and according to Bobby Beathard, who we talked to, he was the better receiver at the end of the year. Third down and 10 from the 29 for the Chargers. Leaf again, in trouble, dumps it off. Fletcher jukes his way out of bounds or close to the sideline, and he stopped. Ken Irvin. Not a big gain. And that will bring on John Kearney.
Good heads-up play by Terrell Fletcher just to make himself available. Probably was not a set play for him to be out there. Just made himself available to Ryan Leaf to make sure that he didn't take the sack and push them out of field goal range. This is going to be a 48-yarder into a little bit of a breeze. He should have enough leg to get there. This is at the end of his range today.
And it's up. Kearney, it's good. Officially 47-yard field goal. He already has a 48-yarder. And the Chargers go up 13-7. 13-7, San Diego leading Buffalo. Don't forget, next Sunday, Bills against Miami on the road, San Diego, Tennessee, and Kansas City and Jacksonville. And before the games, don't forget to tune in to the NFL Today, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. 12 noon the start. Jim Nantz, George Seifert, Marcus Allen, and Brent Jones will get you going. So just a beautiful day in San Diego. That guy there is a legend, the Chicken. He was fighting Barney before the game.
That's right. He's been around for a lot of years. In fact, he's probably here the last time these two teams met, clear back in 1985.
The scoring drive for San Diego, 12 plays, 61 yards, a 47-yard field goal for John Kearney. He is kicking off. Kevin Williams from the 7. Breaks a tackle, Williams. And he slithers up to the 32-yard line, 24-yard return, tackled by Steve Tovar. And back on the field, Doug Flutie. He threw the 43-yard touchdown to Andre Reed, replacing Rob Johnson. His first series, he threw an interception. But here's a guy, once he gets his feet on the ground and gets an opportunity to get comfortable, he can make a lot of things happen.
He really does, and that's exactly why he's been successful everywhere he's been. The guy just wins. That's one of the reasons they signed him from Canada. That's one of the reasons that he's stuck as the backup and not maybe the number 3 quarterback when you have maybe a guy like Alex Van Pelt who's got some NFL experience. But this guy, Doug Flutie, he just plays, he produces, and that's why he's on the team.
Injured player on the field, Gerald Dixon, 6th year, out of South Carolina, the free agent signee from Cincinnati a year ago. Looks like he may be cramping up a bit, or actually they're looking at the knee. Gerald Dixon, 6'3", 250 pounds. And he pops to his feet.
Watch the middle of your screen here is 51, Gerald Dixon. That's right where it happened. You see him stay down. He goes down there and stays there, walking around on the sidelines.
So Flutie back on the field. First down and 10 from the 32. Passing off first down to the far side. Andre Reed kept both feet in bounds and picked up the first down right in front of Charles Demery. There's a new center in the game right now. Dusty Ziegler, the starter, out of the lineup because of heat exhaustion. Bill Conity replaces him. Number 63. Underneath, once again, a strike. Flutie finding, this time, his tight end, Lonnie Johnson. And another big game for the Bills. Rodney Harrison with the stop, but a gain of 27 yards.
Flutie wants to go outside, looks there, doesn't see it, looks to his second receiver, right down the pipe, Lonnie Johnson. That's when actually Lonnie Johnson is his best. If he can catch the ball on the run, he's a big guy, tough to bring down.
How about this, Doug Flutie? All those years in the Canadian Football League, they said he was too small to play in the NFL. First down from the 30. Antoine Smith dragged down inside the 25. Junior Seau with the tackle. And that left side opening up some holes.
John Feenan, Reuben Brown, and really Bill Conity now helping out, pushing out the defensive end there. That's just hard running. That's the first time really all day that they've gotten a good hole opened up, and they ran very much better there on the left last year than they did to the right.
Picked up 6. Second down and 4. Here comes a blitz. Flutie, play action. On the run. Flutie, and he goes down at the 25. Wise play by Doug Flutie because Rodney Harrison was coming.
You heard us tell you that Wade Phillips told us he wanted Rob Johnson to be a little smarter and go down, learn to run out of bounds and avoid the hit. Doug Flutie's already learned that. He's been around the block once or twice. Just get down.
Wade Phillips said he has a lot of confidence in Flutie to come in and lead the team in case of an injury. Rob Johnson going down. Third down and 5 from the 25-yard line for the Bills. Flutie in trouble. Flutie still on his feet. Throwing on the run, and he completes it at the 5. Moulds with the catch, stayed in bounds, and look at Flutie making things happen.
He knew he had a free play because he saw the defensive end jump off sides, Marco Coleman, and he wanted to go down the field. Bought himself as much time as possible shaking off Rodney Harrison, which is a chore in itself.
Offside, 99 defense, penalties decline, first down.
Ray Lee Johnson jumping off sides while Flutie, seeing it, wants to go to his left, spins out, and Rodney Harrison has him but doesn't. Doug Flutie, trademark. Still keeping his eyes down the field, looking for somebody, and the receivers do a great job of adjusting to his ability to scramble.
Flutie, 6 of 7, 116 yards, a touchdown. First down, goal to goal from the 4. Passing into the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Reed.
The end of the third quarter. The end of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Buffalo, they trail San Diego 13-7. We'll return to Qualcomm Stadium right after this message and a word from your local station.
Sammo Hung, China's martial arts superstar, is taking L.A. by storm.
You're going to have the best cop from a country of 1 billion people.
But to stop crime here, he'll really have to use his head, and his hands, and his feet, a car, an eraser, a blackboard, a woman, a bucket, a locker, a windshield, and a acetylene torch.
For great NFL action, the address is CBS.
It is grounded in the belief that for ideas to take flight, they must have wings. The all-new Chrysler Concorde LXI, with a 225 horsepower engine so advanced, it provides more power yet uses less fuel. Chrysler Concorde, built on the belief that great cars appeal to a more passionate side. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars. Concorde, ranked best premium midsize and initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates.
Looks refreshing. Tastes refreshing. Labatt Blue Light, right out of the ice.
Faster!
can't go any faster.
Oh, faster,
Please don't make me. I can't go any faster.
Don't stop, I said faster, faster!
Looks refreshing. Tastes refreshing. Labatt Blue Light, right out of the ice.
In the dark about how to get incredible features at a reasonable price? Allow us to shed some light on the subject. Ford Escort SE. With more standard features than Saturn SL1 or Dodge Neon, it'll brighten up your whole outlook on driving, especially now with an amazing 0.9 APR financing plus $500 cash back when you buy or red carpet lease a 98 sedan or wagon. See your local Ford dealer today. But hurry, because on September 7th, it's lights out on this deal.
Jackie Walker, only on News 4.
A D hovering above the stadium. Is it for Doug Flutie? Well, let's see. Second down, goal to go from the 4. Flutie straight ahead. And the pile surging forward. Flutie down to about the 2.
You can see he got a little excited about it. He knew he was running the quarterback sneak, and he got a little excited. He almost pushed the center over the top of the football, and he's having a great day. The offense has looked better under Doug Flutie than it did under Rob Johnson, or he's looked better than Ryan Leaf. He's been the best quarterback on the field today.
Coming into this game, all the talk centered around the 2 young quarterbacks, Leaf and Johnson, but it's the 35-year-old having a good game so far. Third down, goal to go from the 3. Flutie passing in the end zone. And it's incomplete. Broken up by Charles Demery. And the field goal team comes on for Buffalo.
Turnabout's fair play. Buffalo trying to run the identical play to the touchdown throw that Ryan Leaf had to Brian Still. Andre Reed, you see the ball sneak out. Great play. Great play by Charles Demery.
21-yard field goal attempt by Steve Christie. And he missed it. He missed it. He missed the chip shot, Steve Christie. 14 to go in the 4th quarter. 13-7 Chargers.
First down.
If it takes forever, I will wait for you. For 1,000 summers, I will wait for you.
There's certain things you just can't live without.
Okay. I'm back.
A good receiver is one of them. Visa's the other.
Jerry. Yeah.
Don't tell the guys about the flowers. Official card of the NFL and everywhere you want to be.
Come on, guys. Come on. We put the product design right in front of the kids to see what they think. I click on that guy right up there.
That's cool. Linda, we need help.
Kids are great with computers because they'll tell you exactly what they think.
It's all black.
That's strange.
Oh, whoa.
The other thing you want to do is be able to collect these cards along the way. Computers are great for kids because they have infinite patience.
I want to do it.
That's a good thing.
It's a little chilly, isn't it, Steve?
Oh, sorry. What am I thinking? How's that? Yeah, thank you. Better? Yeah. Good. Where were we?
We were cold.
Check. The only thing more important than your favorite receiver is your favorite card. Visa, official card of the NFL. You look great tonight.
Thank you.
It's everywhere you want to be.
Attention Seinfeld fans, Jerry's coming to CBS.
So who you expecting?
Jerry Stiller, that is.
I'm the Jerry now!
The King of Queens premieres Monday, September 21st.
Frustration for Wade Phillips, 13-7. San Diego leads Buffalo. Steve Christie misses a 21-yard field goal.
Just dead straight right outside of it. It's just like an extra point, but he's not lined up in between the hash marks. Look at that. These guys care. They all care.
So San Diego takes over on their own 20. Leaf passing, far side, caught the rookie Ricks. Well, he juggled it and put it on the ground. Incomplete.